officially 2022 and I am excited. I'm looking forward to this year because, baby, in the red tent, this is the year of luxury. If you have not already, let me get all this stuff out the way. Y'all know how it go. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can know every video that I upload. Because, baby, 2022 got a lot that is holding, okay? And your girl's about to be uploading a whole bunch of videos, doing a whole bunch of lives, doing spring tours. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going down in the red tent. I'm just trying to have told you. All right, so now that all that's out the way, let's talk. So if you clicked on this video, that's because you're thinking about being an entrepreneur and you're looking for the real truth about it. And so this video, of course, if you read the title, is so you think you want to be an entrepreneur. This is like real talk 101 for all of my followers and anyone who's just discovering the channel in the community and they're like, yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. This is something I want to do, but I'm not really sure about how to do it and if I want to do it and blah, 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 blah. So without further ado, let's get into it. So 9 times out of 10, you've probably seen somebody with a nice fancy car and a nice house and nice clothes and they got the latest, of everything that's going on. They look like they really doing good for themselves. And then you click on them to see what they do and you realize, oh, they an entrepreneur. Oh, okay. They getting that dough. They making moves. But then what they never show you is everything that they struggle with from the time they started to the time they got to the place where they are. And that's what this video is about to be. We about to have some real talk because I think that a lot of people have this whole mindset that like, oh, being an entrepreneur is easy, and I get freedom of my time and I get to dictate my own schedule and I don't have to deal with a boss telling me what to do. Yeah, baby, all of those things are true. But when you are your own boss, when you are an entrepreneur, you are responsible for your own self-discipline. And that is the hardest thing. Like, people just don't have self-discipline. They don't want to sit and do the same task for hours on end. They don't want to be, confined to their home or to their office space. Like, they want to be able to do whatever they want. And that doesn't work when you're an entrepreneur. You have to be more detail-oriented, committed to tasks, willing to go all in than you have ever been for any freaking boss that you've ever worked for, right? So my first question to you is like, how much are you really willing to sacrifice? When you are on the path of being an entrepreneur, every piece of money that comes into your place of business, or if you start online, like an online boutique, or you're, working out of somebody else's space and you're like vending or you're doing pop-up shops, every bit of money that you make has to be accounted for. And when you are accounting for every piece of cash that you make and you no longer have a regular stream of income coming from somebody else, you have to start to make sacrifices, specifically for those entrepreneurs who are like, you know what? I'm just going all, excuse my French, all balls to the wall, and I'm going all in for myself and my business. I'm leaving my job at Wawa, Macy's, Target, Walmart, wherever you were working, and I'm doing this for myself. If that is your thinking and you're not going to be working another 9 to 5 at the same time while becoming an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to make sacrifices. Stop living your life on that Neiman Marcus budget and lifestyle, baby, when really your budget is from Walmart. And this is no stab at Walmart because y'all know I got my products there. This is no stab at Walmart. But what I am saying is, like, if you are starting off, every piece of cash that comes into your place of business, into your pocket, has to be accounted for, because from that pot is what you're going to be paying your rent. It's going to be what you're going to be paying your utilities and what you're going to be investing back into your business. And what nobody likes to tell you and even talk about as an entrepreneur is like, how much are you really supposed to reinvest in your company if you're just starting out? And so that's my second thing. If you are an entrepreneur, you're planning on working for yourself, get used to reinvesting at least 80% of your money back into your business for the first 5 years minimum. Yeah, I said 80%. So that means if you make $100 in a day, $80 of that is going back into your business and $20 is staying in your pocket. So you do the math. How much do you need to bring in every single month to make sure, or let's take it down to weeks. How much do you need to bring in every single week in order to generate what you need monthly to cover your expenses, knowing that you're only going to be keeping 20% of your cash for yourself? Now, some people like 20% for myself, 80% for the business. That sounds crazy, Hadidah. Like, those numbers is off. That's way too much. No, it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and you know, don't come for me. And if y'all do come for me, listen, that's because you don't like the truth. So I'm just gonna speak my truth in this, and y'all already know how I am if you're part of my community. If you are an entrepreneur and you are selling a product, right? Not just like services, but you're selling a product. Half of the people in the color community, the reason why you see a lot of people of color lose their business in the first 3 to 5 years of business, and maybe even, and I mean, if they make it to 3 years, they doing real good, to be quite honest. People in general, businesses in general, not just people of color. But it's specifically hard for us as people of color because we like to floss on like the latest clothes, the latest car, the latest gifts and gadgets. Like, we like to go all in. But when you're an entrepreneur, you got to be willing to take that 80% and put back into your business, and I'm gonna tell you why. The last thing you want to do as an entrepreneur is be living off of every dime that comes into your business and not be able to reinvest. Because when it comes time for you to be able to sell product, you need to be able to have your products on the shelf, or, you know, on your website, whichever, you know, whether you brick and mortar or online, you need to be able to have your product available when people want to buy it. You don't want to be out of product all the time. Yeah, it makes the scarcity idea come because people see something that's out of stock. But when somebody is coming to your place of business, how do you feel when you go into Walmart and you're looking for that can opener, say for example, and you get to the shelf and there's no can openers? Do you wait for Walmart to restock that can opener, or do you go to Target or to another store to be able to source it? You go to another store. And so what you end up doing when you can't keep your stock in your storefront or on your online storefront, you are allowing somebody else to get a customer that you would have ultimately been able to have. And so this is like really, really important. And yes, of course, it's enough to go around for everybody and blah, 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 blah. I know all of those common things that you hear, but this video is not common talk. This video is real truth, right? So there's enough abundance to go around for everybody, yes. But do we want to be allowing customers that could be ours, that we've worked hard to acquire, that we've put money into advertising, that we've, you know, went out in canvas areas, that we've been doing word of mouth, we've been posting on social media like crazy. We finally got that customer after working really hard to get them. And then when they get to our storefront, we don't have nothing that they're looking for. And so now they feel like, damn, man, I got to go purchase my stuff from, you know, Joe Blow down the road. So my top tip to you is, as an entrepreneur, reinvest 80% of your money and keep 20% on the side. That 80% is going to be able to take care of your expenses for the month and allow you to acquire new stock and keep things new and fresh in your business. It's going to allow you to invest $50 into, you know, getting help on a marketing tactic, or, you know, reinvesting in yourself to even learn how to do what you want to do. And shameless plug here, if you don't know already, baby, 2022, I'm going to be doing private business coaching. So I'm going to be doing one-on-one coaching for any women who are looking forward to kicking their business up in the next level and to the next level in 2022. All right, so back to what I was saying. So my next thing that I want to mention to you is that you got to have, as an entrepreneur, laser beam focus. Don't allow anybody who's not used to being an entrepreneur, who works a 9-to-5, who's used to going off of somebody else's plans and schedules and job, you know, descriptions, tell you that you're doing it wrong or that vision isn't a good one. The Most High, whatever you believe in, the Creator, gave you that intuition, that drive, that aha moment that said, yo, I'm gonna start a business in such and such. Don't allow them to change that for you. Don't allow them to discourage you from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. And then when you do start to do it, have laser beam focus. It's going to take some time. Your girl's going to text you and be like, yo, we going out tonight for dinner. You want to go? You're going to have to pass up on it sometimes. The family going to be going off the vacation. Everybody going to be ready to, do what they got to do. But if your bottom line don't add up to where it need to be, don't make the sacrifice. Have your laser beam focus, because what's going to happen is they going to come back. They going to go back to their 9-to-5. They going to come back. And if they're an entrepreneur, they going to go back to their business. But maybe they got their finances in a different kind of place. And so if you don't have laser beam focus on what your purpose is and what you're doing, you will easily become distracted. And that distraction will lead you at a place where you will not not be at the goals and you will not be achieving the things that you want to achieve every single day and every single month and every single year in your business. So your laser beam focus and your dedication to what you say you want to do is of utmost importance. And sis, another thing, if you don't have the skill that you need for something in your business, find a way to source it to somebody who does. Don't allow yourself to get hung up on the fact that you have to do everything in the beginning. Now, I'm speaking from experience with this because your girl is a jack of all trades. And if you've been in my community, then you know I do a little bit of everything, right? But the thing is, when you are able to have a lot of different skills, or you take the time to do those things instead of outsourcing what you don't know how to do or what you aren't a specialist at in your business, you're basically wasting time learning how to do it yourself. And y'all know, if y'all watch my other videos, and if you haven't, I will link it up above. My whole thing for entrepreneurs is start before you are ready. So if you're constantly waiting until you have mastered a skill because you want to do this on a shoestring budget or whatever your thoughts and ideas are, and you aren't able to go all in the very beginning, what you're going to be doing is wasting a whole lot of unneeded time. And so where you think you might be saving the money, time is something we can't get back, and you will learn it as an entrepreneur. So don't be afraid to delegate the tasks that are not things that either A, you want to be bothered with, because maybe you got the skill, but it takes a whole lot of time and it's easier to pay somebody else $10, $12 an hour, or come up with a deal, or hire a little sister or whatever to do your social media marketing so that you can focus on producing your product or producing your content the way that you need to. And then, like, if you aren't able to invest money into something else or somebody else, find somebody you can barter with. It's people out here who need the services and the products that you offer, and they're willing to exchange that product and service for what you have to offer them. I'm one of those people, okay? So if you got a product or service that you want to barter with, but you need assistance in something else, hit your girl up. Yeah, you can do it. I will make sure I put my email right here so you can reach out to me. But the point is, like, don't be afraid to delegate tasks and seek help in areas that you are not an expert in so that you can save your time, and your time is something that saves you money, opposed to spending all your time doing something and wasting your cash. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is going to be stepping on some people's toes, baby, is get rid of your ego. When you are an entrepreneur, there is no space for you to feel like you got it all figured out. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is a double-bladed sword, because in some situations, you're going to be convicted inside. Like if your business was like given to you as like something like an aha moment or an epiphany, and you just know that this is the right thing for you, you're going to feel like, ain't nobody shaking me off this. This is what I'm going to do. But at the same time of you having that conviction, you also got to know like how to be able to take corrective criticism, how to be able to take suggestions from other people. Because if not, it's going to make you lose out on a lot of opportunities as an entrepreneur, and possibly even waste time and energy into something that you thought was a good idea. But if you would have did it another way that somebody else was trying to suggest to you, you would have saved time and you would have saved money. For example, when I first started building my Instagram following, and if you aren't following me, go follow me. Y'all know I gotta say it, like, come on. But when I first started building my Instagram, page up so that I can increase my following, I was doing a certain kind of post. I was taking like a picture of my product. I was putting really beautiful things around it, and I was posting it up, and I was like, hey, up to 50% off this particular yoni steam, or we're having this sale, look at me, or look at it type of things with the products. And then one day I was sitting there and I had the epiphany, like, people are coming to social media to scroll. People are coming to social media to relieve stress. People are coming to social media to laugh. They're not coming to social media to buy. So what you got to know as an entrepreneur, and if you're doing this and you're not seeing the results that you want, maybe you need to change this, is if you are posting a picture or you're doing something in your business that you're not seeing the results from that you want. Because when I was posting those pictures, I was getting a like here and there. My community would comment on it. They would, give it a thumbs up or a smiley face or something like that. But it was not getting the engagement and yielding the sales or even the connections that I wanted it to. And so what that told me was I got to change it. And the way that I tested this out was during the Christmas holiday season. I had different sales that I was running. And instead of me just doing a picture and saying, hey, this is on sale, go buy it at YoNiLoveHerbals.com, or this service is on sale, go do it at thisredtent.com, I actually took that product, made a quick reel, and then posted the reel. And instantly, when I say instantly, overnight, that picture got 75, 85, 95 likes instead of the normal 10 or 12 likes or comments that I was used to getting. And so my point is, the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing and expecting different results to be yielded. As entrepreneurs, we don't have the space and the opportunity to be insane. We gotta know when something isn't working and not be so egotistical and so big-headed and think that like, oh, my plan is the best way, and because I sold it like this and I started like this, I gotta keep it like that. If it's not yielding you results, change it. Okay, and I'm not saying like it has to be overnight, because of course you gotta allow it to run its course. But baby, I allowed it to run all of what year are we in? 2022. I allowed it to run all of 2021, and I saw the same thing happening, which was a low engagement and low likes. But when I changed that and I put out reels, I got more likes and I got more comments. So what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be posting a lot more reels. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos. People are into looking at videos. They like to see videos. They like to see things moving, and like our attention spans are so short now that social media is such a big thing, because people are used to just scrolling. What are you doing on your timeline, in your stories, on your Facebook, on your TikTok that's making people stop scrolling? Ask yourself what you can do to make them stop scrolling. What kind of videos can you make? What kind of ideas can you come up with? What kind of colors can you use? Get into color, the science behind color and how it makes people feel. All those things are important when you're working on your business. Okay, the next and last thing that I want to mention is time management. And I know most of y'all are probably like, oh yeah, of course, I gotta dedicate some time to the business. I gotta put time in. Yeah, I'm gonna work, Hadidah. Like, of course, like, why wouldn't I? It's my business, baby. If you are used to working 40 hours for another institution, in order for you to yield the paycheck that you want to yield, you gotta be willing to work 60 hours for yourself a week. Okay, and so if your availability, for example, if you want to be able to have your weekends off, or you want to have some weekdays, you want to cut your weekdays short, you might have to sacrifice your weekends. But the point is, you got to come up with a time management calendar and schedule. And these are all things that I'm going to be covering in my private one-on-one sessions that I'm doing with coaching, and some other things that I'm going to mention in a little bit. But the point is, if you are looking to be able to take your business to the next level and like kill it in what you're doing, you got to know that the way to do that is to be extremely laser beam focused on what you say you want to do and managing all of your time around that. When 2022 was coming in here and the clock was striking 12, when people was out doing things for the holidays and they were at Christmas celebrations, and I don't do Christmas, but they were going to Kwanzaa celebrations, your girl was sitting here at the desk in the office and I was on my computer. I was working. I worked 2022 in on my computer working. I wasn't with no friends. I wasn't talking on no phone. I wasn't going to see nobody. Your girl was grinding. Why? Because I'm dedicated to myself more than I'm dedicated to Walmart, Target, whatever big corporation, whoever you might have been working for. How dedicated are you to you? Like, you got to be uberly freaking dedicated to yourself to make sure that you are reaching every single height you want to reach as an entrepreneur, that you are achieving every goal you want to achieve, and so that you can make sure that you are also killing it in your industry and you are the best and biggest brand. How are you standing out from your competition? How are you making sure that you do more in your business than anybody else is doing in theirs? The way you do that is your time management and making sure that you going all in for yourself way more than you would have gave to any corporate job or to any box store location that you might have previously been working at. And the second part of that time management is return on investment. And if you don't know this term already, ROI is return on investment. It means how much profit am I yielding? How much cash flow am I yielding from what I put my investment in? And your investment doesn't have to just be money. So I'm not just talking about like, oh, I put $100 into my business and it's going to make me, $300 because I invested at $100. No, I'm talking about if I put an hour into a task, how much is that task that I put an hour into going to yield me in time, and more time that is like increasing more productivity time, or in cash flow, or in connections? Every time I get on the phone, it needs to be something that's generating cash. Every time I get onto social media, it needs to, if I'm scrolling, it needs to be because I'm looking at competition, or I'm looking at the market to see how I can change something, to see how I can improve myself. Like, all of those things are major. So you got to know that, like, whatever you are going in your business, be looking at the return on investment. Run it for 6 months. Run the course for 6 months, or even 3 months if you don't want to do like that long of a span. Run it for 3 months and then go back and analyze how much money it yielded, how much connections it yielded, and how much resources you got from that thing, like if it created more opportunities for business. And then after you do that, if it does not yield you what you are looking for, change it. And be willing to change so that you can upgrade and advance your business and your life in 2022. Baby, 2022 is the year of luxury, okay? It is the year of luxury. Nothing but luxury. Spirit dropped that on me a little bit a while ago. I think this was like around Black Friday or so. It dropped it on me, and that's what this is. 2022 is the year of luxury in the red tent. If you are already not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Make sure you share this with other sisters or even brothers that you might know, because we got brothers in the red tent. Brothers that you might know that's looking to start their own business, that's looking for ways to be able to kill it in the industry. Send this to them. I'm going to be uploading self-development videos. This is vlogs, baby. So we're going to do 7 days straight of business development, 7 straight days of spirituality, and 7 straight days of womb health. I'm doing 7, 7, and 7. Y'all know Kwanzaa 7 days. But anyway, so in this vlogs, I'm just going to be like pushing out the information to y'all, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity to connect with so much more of my community. I know that a lot of my videos in 2021 towards the end of the year were lives, but that's because I was trying to meet my folks. Like, I'm interested to know who's a part of my tribe. I ain't just trying to go over there and like make videos and never talk to y'all. Like, I want to connect with y'all. So if you aren't already, make sure you're coming to the Tuesday Rise and Grinds where we talk about womb health. Make sure you staying up to date on the videos that I'm posting, because I'm gonna be dropping tips for business entrepreneurs. Also, let me not forget, January 23rd, I will be doing a training, a entrepreneurial training. It's gonna be an intensive, baby. Come ready, okay? But it's only gonna be $25, and I'm gonna be spilling all my best tips and tricks in business and helping you leverage your business in 2022. It's gonna be going down January 23rd. It's gonna start at 10 a.m. and it's intensive. It's going till 5. But make sure you mark your calendars off. If you have not already, make sure you go register for it at this red tent, okay? And make sure you show up, because this is going to be massive. It's not going to be alive. It's going to be on Blue Jeans, which is something kind of like Zoom that I use in the business, but it's going to be on Blue Jeans. So if you haven't already, make sure that you have joined my community on the red tent. Make sure you go do that so that you can also be getting like updates on everything I'm releasing. Also, we got spring tour coming up. Like, what city are you in? Comment down below what city you in, because hopefully you in a city that I'm going to so that I can meet you, or at least nearby. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to meet my folks. Like, it's 2022, girl. It's turn up season. It's the life of luxury. Like, when you live in luxury, you can't be doing it small scale. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off. Collective, I love y'all. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you found some good tips in this, you know what I mean? And then it really helps you to think outside the box as an entrepreneur in 2022. I know that you are capable of being your biggest and best self in 2022. Whatever you were doubting about yourself, drop it. Whatever you thought you couldn't do, drop it. Whatever you've been telling yourself you're not adequate enough to do, drop it. Because baby, it's turn up season. I love y'all. Peace.